Hello. It's Friday, 1st of April, April Fools. Hopefully none of that here today. Oh, crumbs. That's a good start, isn't it? If you're watching, drop me on a comment. Let me know where you are, how you are today. I will be shortly doing some card readings where I'm drawn. Good morning, Nikki. Hello, Suki. Hi, Anna. How you doing? Hi, Melissa and Jeanette. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all. So today we're going to be working with cosmic reading cards. And then I might move on to another pack. I might not. I'm going to see how I feel, how it goes. So how are you all? As always, you shouldn't get any requests for stars or anything like that because I've turned it all off, and you will not be inboxed by me. So if you get someone sliding into your DMs, it's not me. Keep an eye out. So you can just put a comment on saying I'd like a card, or you can ask any questions that you've got and we will see what the cards want to say. And I hope you've all been listening to my most recent podcast about how to read cards for yourself. Let me know what you think if you did. And if you haven't heard it yet, please do search Mediumship Matters on your device to have a look for it. There's some exciting things coming on Mediumship Matters. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have Mediumship Natters. See what I did there? I'm way too proud of that, by the way. I was driving my family mad with it yesterday. But I'm going to be working with some of the people that I've interviewed on the podcast previously. And we're going to do sort of like a panel discussion type thing. So you can submit any questions that you'd like us to discuss. And the thing about mediumship, as always, is there's no one size fits all. And as much as I think I'm right. No, not right. But, we don't know it all. And sometimes in talking to other mediums and finding out things from other mediums, you can get a completely different perspective on something that you thought that you knew. So that is what that's about. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. I think we're recording our first one later on towards the end of this month. So that's very, very exciting. So pop a comment on and I will work where I am drawn and we'll go from there. Okay, Melissa, let me just lay out my cards and then we will get going. I'll try and be quick, guys, but I get caught in my own waffle, so we'll see the best that we can do. Right, Melissa. Okay, your card is Let Go, and I'm sure that card will be met, as all cards, when we know what we need to do, but are trying to find another way to do it, make us go, oh. And that is this card all over. There is so much you're holding on to, so much you need to release. In fact, I'm hoping to record another podcast this afternoon, which will be themed around creating space, surrendering and letting go. So this is, I know that you're asking for what you want. And I know that it just feels like it's not coming, but that's because you're still moving in the old patterns and the old ways. The universe can't change anything for you. Your spirit guides can't change anything for you if you don't create a space that they can work in, if you don't allow any change, any movement in your journey. Then there's nothing that they can do. So you can't keep doing things the way that you've always done them and expect change to take place. So that's where this card comes in. Letting go is this surrender, this allowing and trust that even though you might not understand it right now, and even though you might not see where it's going and how it's going to work out, knowing that the universe has got your back. Now, I want to say no judgment with this, Melissa. from your journey so far, it's pretty obvious why it's hard to trust and hard to keep going. And I'd love to tell you that I can just go, okay, the universe will sort it out and float through life, but it doesn't really work like that. We're human. We hold on to things, and there's so much here about you and forgiving yourself and letting go of decisions made in the past, choices made where you've not listened to your instincts and things like that, and just surrendering into it. So your focus needs to be on two things. Number one, creating space. So I really feel that this is a time where you need to be saying no to things. You need to be sitting quietly as much as you can, and processing, long walks in nature, in the quiet, in the peace, that kind of thing, and allow it to take some time. There's no quick fixes, but also letting go of some of these ideas about yourself and trying to reprogram how you speak to yourself, how you talk to yourself, that kind of thing as well. You can't stop the negative chatter, but you can start overriding it with positive intentions. So every time you catch yourself being horrible to yourself or dredging up something you should have known better about from the past, just try and cut that thought off and change the subject. And hopefully that will start you off on the journey forward. I hope that makes sense. Doopy doopy doo doo. Doopy doopy doo doo. Okay. Where am I going now? Hi, Anna. Let me pick you a card. I'm just going to stop the comments moving because it puts me off. Okay, your card, Anna, is compassion. And this, again, we've got a card rooted in self-love and self-kindness here. And, oh gosh, okay. I feel like there's been quite a big, it feels like an explosion in your energy is what I'm feeling here, of difficulty. It's coming from within. So I don't know if you've been struggling with yourself in some way or feeling very disheartened. It doesn't feel good, but I feel like you're coming out the other side of it. So it feels quite big. There's turmoil that I can feel in there. And again, I know that there's things that you want. I know that I want to talk about romance here. I want to talk about partnerships. I want to talk about love. I want to talk about all of those things that you want, in order to get those things the way that you want them, and in that smooth sailing that you so desperately want, where it just feels right and it just clicks. We've got to sort out this energy inside first. So being very loving to yourself, being very compassionate to yourself, remembering you can't attract anything into your experience that you are not resonating within inside. So many of us look externally. This is what I want. Where is it? This is what I want. Where is it? But we have to become an energetic match to what we want. So I want you to be kinder to yourself, be more loving to yourself, understand that you're going to need, it's almost like a period of healing, like you've had surgery or something like that, and you have to just allow yourself to heal and rest and look after yourself. And you push yourself too hard. You're too demanding on yourself. And sometimes that can be good. Sometimes that has got you great things in your life. But at this time, the energy is very soft. It's very gentle. It's very nurturing. It needs to be about looking after, loving and honoring you and tuning into that energy. I mean, it's the greatest irony of all, isn't it? If we want somebody else to treat us with love and respect, we have to treat ourselves with love and respect. And I feel that that's where this journey leads at the moment, is this opening up to you. I want to say to you that everything you want is possible for you, but we've got to get you into a space where you're in alignment with it first, and you're not there yet. I hope that makes sense. let's go. Oh, right, we're going right to the end. And Wallace. God, there's so many of you commenting. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Right. Hello, Anne. Let me pick you a card. Oh, you've got the card of celebration. It feels very positive around you at the moment. It feels like a welcome relief, actually. Let's talk about that. So there's things to celebrate. It feels joyous. It feels positive. It feels like there's exciting things happening in your family and in your life. Causes for opening up and blossoming and that happy joy energy. And this is much needed because I know that it's been difficult. I know that it's been challenging. So it feels like the end of dark times for me. I really like this energy that I'm in with you, Anne. Expect positive news, expect excitement, expect joy. Celebration has got, you've guessed it, celebratory energy. But it's lovely. It's lovely to sit in. I think there's good news coming in your family, lots of positivity, lots of happiness, lots of joy there. But there is also just an easing of things for you, Anne, and feeling like it feels like spring after winter, which feels ironic to say to you when I'm in Kent and we're in the middle of a snow/ice storm at the moment and it's freezing. We had 2 days of sun and now it's freezing, but I do feel like you're coming out the end of that winter and into a really lovely positive energy where everything's going to be settled and calm and good. So enjoy it. Right, let me find you there. You are welcome, Anna. Let me go down. Okay. Hello, Bex from New Zealand. That's a long way away. I hope you're having a nice day. Let me pick you a card. Oh, Bex, your card is limitless. Look at that bad boy. There's an opening, an abundance of power and energy coming through you. Holy moly. This is big, exciting, vibrant, light, shiny. It feels like you're really changing, Bex, and that's the only way I can describe it to you. It's the phoenix. Hang on, I can never do this on here because it's backwards. There, a weather person I am not. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So there's this beautiful sort of reinvention, excitement, expansion of self happening here. And what I want to talk to you with this about, because it's all really positive, it feels really lovely, but sometimes it's really hard when we change so dramatically, when we're around people who haven't. So we go on these spiritual journeys and everything feels amazing and positive and exciting and wonderful. And then we go back into reality and we go back to all of the people who haven't changed. They're at the same vibration they were. And we're like, oh, why are you so negative? Can't be around you anymore. And obviously there's certain people in your life you can't bin off, and there's certain people in your life that you can just take a break from. So 2 different sets of rules for those. The ones that you can take a break from, just allow yourself some space and time. You might find they come back around, you might find they don't. With the people in your family who are close to you, understand that it's you that's changed. It's you that's different. So allow them a little bit of space with that, because we always think, what's wrong with you? Why are you so neggy? But it's actually that we've gone up a vibration. I hope this makes sense. So this feels vibrant. That's the word. It's just so much energy, so much power coming in here. So again, the word is limitless on this card. Make sure you're not limiting yourself, because the only person that limits you is you. The only person that believes you can't do what you want to do is you. The only person that puts in those restrictions and those boundaries and those barriers in our energy is you. So make sure that you are aiming as high as you like. You might not get it instantly. I haven't quite mastered instant manifestation yet, but it will be coming. So yeah, it's almost like you're getting these big dreams, these big ideas, and you can feel them there, and then you go, well, I'll ask for that because that feels more applicable, easier, more comfortable. But actually, we want you reaching right up here. We want you going for as much as you possibly can, because that's the only way that you're going to realize what's available to you, what you're capable of, which is limitless. Good. I hope you liked that. That was pretty exciting. I want to sit in that energy. Okay. Anita Harris, Westbury. Hello, Anita. Let me just move. So all I'm doing, guys, is I'm just scrolling to the bottom of the comments and picking the most recent comments. So I'm just working in that energy at the moment. I'm not trying to be difficult. Anita, let me pick you a card. Ooh, cosmic connection. Oh, okay. Anita, you working with spirit at the moment already in some way? Because it really feels like you are. I can feel this information coming in from the spirit world with you. Lots of guidance, lots of inspiration, help. One of the things that I love about working with spirit guides is they're quite practical, aren't they? I think when I first started, I thought they'd sort of come in and be all spiritual sounding. Young one, movest into the light, for thou art in the dark. I'm also possibly speaking a bit like Shakespeare. Anyway, and one of the things that I love so much about spirit guides is that they are quite practical, quite direct. They speak to you in your own voice, in your own head, because they're not really speaking, are they? You're picking up on an energy and interpreting it through your language. But there just feels like guidance is coming in with you, and then you're doubting it. And this card is all about letting you know that that cosmic connection is there, that connection to the spirit world is there and ripe and strong. So just listen. What's it telling you? When you're asking a question, what are you being guided to do? And the answers from spirit, I'm sure you know this. This feels like teaching my grandma how to suck eggs, but I'm going to say it anyway. Answers from the spirit world don't always come audibly. They don't always come in words. Sometimes they come in instinct. So I need you to be listening to your gut, Anita. Where do you feel like you want to be? Where do you feel like it's right for you or wrong for you? And allowing that clarity of feeling to come through. It's the first place for anyone watching this, the first place spirit guides speak to you is in how you feel. So feeling into that and allowing that to open up and guide you will really make a difference. But they're with you and you are receiving. You have got a great connection to them. Where have I put my drink? You've got a great connection to them, to spirit, to that information and energy from the spirit world. So trust it, because you are being guided. Okay. Claire Parker. Oh, I haven't had this for a while. Spirit cobwebs. Sometimes feels like just like you're walking through a webbiness. I'm trying to drink more water, but it does make a sound like a baby bottle, and I apologize for that. Claire, shadow self. You've been doing some work on your shadow, Claire. Just in case you don't know what the hell I'm on about, I will explain. Shadow self always sounds really dark and difficult and spooky, but actually the shadow is a part of everybody. If you think of the yin and the yang, it's the light and the dark, and it should be in balance. But what normally happens is we collect in our shadow self all of the parts of ourselves that we don't like, all of the parts of ourselves that we think are wrong, that we think are unpalatable, that we wish were different, but they're a part of who we are. And when you start doing shadow work, it's about starting to welcome those parts in and accepting them. And I'd love to just, as I always say to people, ding in there with a magic wand, Claire, and ping you on the end of the nose and change it all for you, and you're done and dusted and everything's good, because I know that you're working on your healing, and I know that you're working on reconciling yourself and your journey. Part of that is understanding what it's for. So some of the parts of the shadow self we create through a lack of self-love and a lack of self-understanding. But some of the bits I found in my shadow actually served a really big purpose, like the fact that I'm a bit of a chatterbox. It's kind of useful for doing a live or a podcast when you're sat in a room by yourself talking to a screen. So yeah, I want you to work on those bits that you think are wrong about you, because they're not. They serve a purpose, and your work here is about sitting with them, not pushing them into the dark, bringing them out into the light, and understanding what they're for. I mean, my husband will tell you, I've got a temper. I'm love and light, and then I'm not. And he always says, "Oh, I thought you'd be a bit more after all this meditation, you'd be a bit more easygoing." And I say, hell no. Hell no. The more I connect to myself, the more I realize what my boundaries are for, and the more I'm not having any of that. So it's about opening up your interpretation of what you think is bad and good, and what works for you and what doesn't, and start feeling into that, because there is value. There's value in the things that you are judging. And I want to tell you also to keep up the good work, because I know that you're getting this card because you've done a lot of work on yourself, and it's time for the next level. They couldn't have given you this message 6 months ago. So please know that that's progression. Don't go, "Oh, great, more healing. I thought I'd done loads of healing. Now I've got more healing," because you're getting this because you have. This is like, take it further. You're welcome. Okay. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Oh, still kicking ass? I'm assuming so. Let me pick you a card. Oh, your card is Be Still. Obvious message with this one. It's been full on. Wow, there's energy going on with you. It's like being in a massive spiraling wave of energy and insight, and you are full of power, full of it, full of determination, inspiration. The power, the cause, the change, the shift, the things you want to see, your vision, holding people accountable, getting your voice out there, educating people, helping people, inspiring people. There's so much going on with you there, and it's huge, and it's almost so huge. That's why you've got Be Still, because it's like the universe has just brought this huge amount of energy in, like you get sound effects and everything. It's coming in and it's spinning around, and it's just like, whoa, what do I do with all of this? And the answer to that at the moment is nothing, which seems weird, but actually the way they're showing it to me does make sense. You've got to integrate it. You've got to sit with it. It's a bit like being Neo. I'm always using Matrix analogies, guys, but the Matrix is so good for analogies. But it is like, putting that thing into your head, and you've had a massive download. But unlike him, who understands it and gets through with it straight away and it's all fine, you need to process it, sit with it, understand what it's for. And yeah, it's integration. It's out here. It's all around you. It needs to go in here and through you. And then you're going to be able to share it with people. There's a whole new phase program of something that you're going to be doing. It feels exciting, and this is part of that. This is part of the inspiration with that, the knowing with that, reaching more people. There's definitely more people there, I can see. Feels exciting. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Oh, Claire, you are very welcome. I just saw that there. I'm glad that that made sense for you. It's always interesting doing a live and just talking to a screen. So, Karen Matengo Brown. Hello, Karen. How are you doing? Let me pick you a card. Ooh, you've got patience. My least favorite card ever. Because I'm not patient. So whenever I get this, I go. Sometimes I've even shuffled it back in and pulled it out again. So, patience. What you want is coming. It is, I promise, just perhaps not at the rate and speed you would like, but it doesn't mean it's not happening. It just means it's taking a bit longer, Karen. Hang in there, girlfriend. Because, yeah, sorry, I'm having to fight through my own resistance because I really don't like the patience card. But it feels change is happening. Things are moving. But just allow. Sometimes trying to speed it up or understand what's going wrong or making sense of it, that they're all things that get in the way and stop it happening. Oh. But know that it is happening. Change is afoot, just out of reach. And surrendering to that and saying, for example, I know it's not going to be for the next couple of months, we'll probably bring it in a bit quicker. Ah, there we go. Interesting. Hello, Sharon. Let me pick you a card. Ooh, Mother Earth. Okay. Okay, right. This is interesting. This is about creating what you want on Earth and not waiting for somebody else to create it for you. Okay, they're going quite philosophical in this one, but I feel that there's sometimes when we can't find what we want, it's not because it doesn't exist. It's because the universe is calling us to step up and create it and make it happen. And that's what I feel is happening with this card. There is this feeling of building in the clay. And I don't mean that you have to actually go out and build yourself something in the clay, but I do mean that it's all about you having that creative energy, that power to create what you want. And I need to talk to you here about resistance and not feeling good enough and not feeling like you're able to do that. But actually, you are and you can. So there's things that you want that you're almost on hold, waiting for other people to bring you or create for you. And you have got to be the one to create it. You have got to be the one to make it happen. And that's what they're asking for you. And it's not about being an expert, and it's not about knowing all the answers, and it's not about getting it right first time. It's about practicing and trying and not expecting too much of yourself, but just going for it anyway. I hope that makes sense. That was not what I expected from Mother Earth card. It's always interesting. Okay. Oh. Kerry Forrest. Hello, Kerry. How are you? Let me pick you a card. Okay, Kerry. Oh, choices. Isn't it fun to need to decide, and you can't see the wood for the bloody trees. And here's the irony of working with spirit, guys. Newsflash, they won't tell you what to do. And why won't they tell you what to do? Because it's your free will and choice. You create. We, the spirit world, do not do it for you. And this is something people really need to understand, and mediums need to start talking about. There is no set path. You create your experience. So, Kerry, in all of these choices and all of these decisions that you've got to make, it's what they're asking you to do, which I know is a big ask, is to get you out of your head and get into your heart and your gut and what feels good and what feels right. Because there's things that you know that you need to do and that you want to do, but the things that you want to do, you can't tally up with your intellect, and that's okay. Do it anyway. The path and the journey, if spirit know that you need to be over there, right, I used this analogy on my last live, but I'm going to use it again. If you need to go from A to B, okay, it's not a direct line from A to B, because B, although you're asking for B, B's at a different energetic frequency to the frequency you're at A. So the spirit world know that to get you from A to B, you're going to need to go on a certain journey. And that journey ahead of you will have twists and turns, will have ups and downs, will have experiences, because it's those things that get you into an energetic match to find B. It's not just a linear straight path, because it can't be, because it's energetic. So what's happening with the universe right now is the universe is trying to maneuver you where you need to be so that we can get you from point A to point B. And you're on the path and you're on the journey. But the problem with that is quite often going along this twists and turns of this spaghetti-like roller coaster of a path doesn't feel like it makes sense to our brains, because our brains are like, we should be able to do this from here. So you've got to kind of override your intellect and trust in yourself what's right for you. And it might not make sense, the deeks, the twists, the turns of this path, but it will get you where you need to be. Fun times, huh? Fun times for you, Kerry. I hope that makes sense. Trust in you. You've got all the answers there. Hello, Lisa. How you doing? Let me pick you a card. Okay. Oh, emotions. You got me feeling emotions. That's all I'm doing, because it gets too hard to sing from that point on. Not that that was particularly brilliant, and you're all very welcome. Shifts, energy changes. You're stepping up for the spirit world in some way, I can see here. And of course, when we step up for spirit, when we decide what we're going to do and how we're going to push forward, what happens? All of the crap that is not in alignment with where we're going to be needs to be dealt with. Yay! So I feel like it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster at the moment. There's a bit of imposter syndrome coming in. Hi, hello, darkness, my old friend. That's okay. We all have that. If you work out how to get rid of it, drop me a message. There's some stuff you need to work through here, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening the way it should, and it's not holding you back unless you let it hold you back. So please do some healing, be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, but keep pushing forward. You've got to keep moving in this energy. You are not a patience card or a be still card today. You are a keep going. Keep taking those steps forward. It's like you're in a sandstorm. I can see it, and you've got to just keep plodding forward. But keep on going. Don't stop. I want to sing again, but I'm not going to ask us to sing S Club 7 then. You're so welcome, everybody. Okay, Corrina, hello. Let me pick you a card. Free Spirit. Oh, it's you. Oh, you're lovely. Shine your lovely, beautiful light. Oh, you're lots of fun. Hello. There's a real playful energy around you, and I love it. I love to sit in it because I'm playful too and I'm silly too. And I need you to understand the importance of that. There's something to do with value here. And you're a healer, definitely, certainly, and an empath. So you pick up on a lot of people's energy and moods and how they're feeling, and you want them to feel better. All very admirable and lovely. But don't give so much of yourself away that you lose the joy for it. And that's something I've had to learn. And it's really, really hard. You can only give what you can give. You have to sometimes put in boundaries and sometimes do the self-care thing and sometimes pull back, because I think you feel it's like you're a mother hen, a fun mother hen, but there's all these people around you that you feel responsible for, that you feel like you've got to look after, that you've got to pep up and cheer up and check in on and look after. And that is lovely until it becomes like a chainmail that weighs you down and stops your free spirit from moving the way that it should. So this card is a recognition of you and the wonderful work that you do for other people and how much of a kind, sweethearted, fun, bubbly, lovely person you are. But also don't feel like it should overtake you, and make sure you're looking after you as well. And it's all about balance. So giving you permission, I think you need permission to be able to say no. And you need permission to be able to say, I can't today. I'm just going to take myself off and look after me. And that's okay. Okay. There's someone's, oh, there we go. Neil. Hello, Neil. Let me pick you a card. Golden Crown. Okay. This has got a lovely energy in it here, Neil. I hope you know how loved you are. I hope that you can feel that love from the spirit world for you, because there's such a beautiful energy coming in with this. And again, I know no one's path is the easiest. I know that. But I just feel like you've had some really hard knocks in your life and you've tried to be good and right and do things the right way. And that's just so amazing. And you are seen. That's what this card is all about. You have got that connection to spirit, to the universe, and you're so grateful for all of that. That's how it feels to me. But they want you to know that they're grateful to you. And I think sometimes you don't remember to look like that. You think about what you're getting or what you're asking for, and you don't recognize what you're giving. So this card is a little round of applause, Neil. It's beautiful that you've just got such a kind and giving nature, and the spirit world see that. They see that. So whereas your fellow man may not always recognize it or honor it perhaps the way that they should, please know that spirits see it. They see it, and they know that about you. And that is what they want me to tell you. I hope that makes sense. Marianne McLeod. Hello, Marianne. Let me pick you a card. Oh, Mirrored Souls. Look at that bad boy. So, okay, Marianne, interesting. Mirrors. Right, I said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again in case you missed it. Our experience here on Earth is a direct reflection of what's going on internally with us. And I feel at the moment, Marianne, you try to be a very giving, very loving person, but you've been feeling a little fed up or disheartened with people in your life. And yeah, this is stuff reflecting. This is stuff reflecting back at you from you. Oh, I can feel all this. Oh, triggers, Marianne. What fun. So when people are not being the way that you think they should be, that's okay. Just remove yourself. But there needs to be some exploration here about what that's showing you, what that's teaching you, because there's some unresolved stuff within you that is being mirrored. So it's always really interesting. For example, let me give you an example to try and make this make a bit more sense. When I was having loads of self-doubt, I'm not good enough triggers, imposter syndrome triggers, the universe didn't bring me a load of people that pepped me up and made me feel good. What the universe brought me was a load of people that were ungrateful, that were rude, that didn't appreciate me, that took and never gave. And although that seems like a hard lesson, that is actually your own experience reflecting back at you. And although it was tough, I then learned from that the only person that could change it, that could control things, was me. And so that's where I feel like they're trying to get you to look here, this discomfort, this awkwardness that you're going through with people. What is it teaching you? What does it tell you about you? What are they mirroring back to you about yourself that you don't like or can't deal with or don't want to deal with? You can deal with it. You've absolutely got this. Okie dokes. Right, I'm going to stop there before I run out of power completely. But it's been lovely to see you all. Thank you all very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again very, very soon. Have a lovely weekend. And I'll catch up with you all again. Take care, guys. Bye.